Okay, so it looks like we're recording now. So it feels like the pressure. Life puts pressure on us because that's how you create diamonds. And in order for you to become the diamond that you were meant to be, you have to have pressure. In engineering, when a bridge is constructed, before it's placed out into the community for customer consumption, it has to have a stress yield test. Meaning they put load on top of the bridge, on top of the bridge, on top of the bridge, until it buckles and yields. So two things has to happen. A, hey Freddie, how's it going, brother? A, the bridge yields and collapses and breaks. And so what they have to do is add more support, either an angle support or something at the ends to keep it structurally strong. Or if the bridge doesn't, after all that weight, does not yield, then it knows it's ready for human consumption. And that's what life does to us. It puts load on us to see if we're going to buckle and break. Because if we buckle and break, that means you're not ready yet. So there's more preparation that has to go in. But if you do not buckle and you do not break, then it knows you're ready for the next level. And I think sometimes people see, your life on Instagram, on Facebook, on social media, and they think, oh, things must be going so really well for this person. But I'll tell you, when I speak to other people, I speak to other speakers, motivators, businessmen, nothing's easy. Nothing's easy for anyone. We're all going through it. And I know it looks good to see success because it inspires you. But one of my favorite books is Outwitting the Devil. And it talks about the negative side of things, which I think is even more important. Because once you see the negative, you'll know how to get through it. And I know there's people out there that are going through their own tough times. When things from the outside looking in may look great, but from the inside looking out, they're crumbling inside. I remember after Destiny on Purpose came out, I took a little sabbatical. It was what Deepak Chopra and Eckhart Tolle calls the dark night of the soul. It's when things get so dark for you that you have no choice but to go revert back in and figure it out within yourself to see what's happening. Things weren't working out business-wise. Hey, Sue. Things weren't really working out for us last year business-wise, so I had to go back to work. And I thought it was a good idea because, I have Jazz, I have Brandon, and, we want to make sure that we provide a good life for them. And doing that the whole time, I felt utterly depressed. I was hurting painfully, and I was taking it out on other people. I was enraged. I haven't been enraged in so long, and it's because I wasn't chasing my dream anymore, and I wasn't doing the things that God instilled to me to do. And instead of pushing myself to be the best version, I settled. And in settling, I felt guilty because there's people that were looking up to me. There's people that were looking for me to be that inspiration, and I couldn't do it because I was going through my own dark night of the soul. And you may be going through your own dark night of the soul as well. And if you are, it's okay. The contrast, the pressure, again, it's to make us stronger. But sometimes when the pressure is the most, that means you're about to be ready. When the pressure is the most, that means you're about to be ready. I mean, honestly, sometimes things are going good and sometimes things don't go as great as you want them to be. I remember, it's testing how positive can you be. That's the test. How optimistic, how in expectation can you be when everything's going wrong? Even through this whole journey of being an author, I have family members that I love dearly, has never bought a book, has never supported me once. I have, my father was just in the hospital, and luckily I got there last night because he was so enraged that he pulled out all the cords, and he was ready to leave the hospital when he wasn't ready. He didn't even have his medication. And I had to sit there with him and let him know that, man, everything happens in its own time. We can't force the process. Though you want to leave the hospital, doesn't mean it's time to. Though I want things to take off, doesn't mean it's time to. Though you want your business to flourish, doesn't mean it's time to. All it means is that you are being pressured to stay the most positive. But how do you stay positive, Rich, when the father you love is suffering in a hospital bed? How do you stay positive when your sister's in a hospital bed getting surgery, getting a kidney replacement? How do you stay positive when you're going up and down East Colonial by yourself, putting East Side posters up with nobody helping you, supporting you, and just for the security guards to come behind you and take it down the next day? How do you stay positive when you're working with people that are planning for your downfall? How do you stay positive when you spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for people that promised you something that don't deliver? How do you stay positive when you have mentors that said, hey, I'm here for you, but when the times is toughest, they're nowhere to be found? How do you stay positive? There's a great quote from James Allen who said, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. And if you can be positive, just be a positive person, meaning no matter what's happening around you, I see the bigger picture. I see what I'm going for. I see the large scope of what's happening in my life. I see the mission that I'm on. If you can maintain that while things are going in contrast and going down, that's when you're ready. That's when you're ready. And I'm preparing myself. I know there's things that I would love to have happen and things aren't going the best. I've been rejected tons of times. Asked for people for help. I never asked for favors. And now, I ask for favors and some people say, yeah, you can count on me, but they don't come through. Les said that. It reminded me of the story when he said he was sleeping in the Penobscot building with 3 other dreamers. Sleeping on a floor, sleeping in his hotel room or his office, and financial difficulties. I get it. Because when you're going through your own difficulties and you're trying to stay positive, you're trying to motivate, it's hard. Because you're like, man, am I living a lie? But you're not. You're living your truth. It's just you're going through the process. And the process, you have to love it, even though it's painful. The process is going through negativity, going through darkness, going through when things aren't going right, and to still wake every day with a smile and say, it's gonna be all right. I know it is. And confirm that and affirm that. And it's not easy. But every day when we wake up, when we see things are going down, that's when we have to be the most up. And I love to inspire and motivate because I need it myself. Some days I wake up, I don't want to even get out of bed. I mean, last year, there's times after Destiny on Purpose came out, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was utterly depressed. Why? Success is happening. Good things are happening for you, Rich. How are you depressed? Because other things personally weren't going right. And the pressure of expectation was loading on me. And so this is why I came out with Power of Self Live, for people that may be hurting themselves but love to inspire. And if you love to inspire, come out to Power of Self Live tomorrow and you can hear me speak. I'm going to be with Carla this month. She's going to be speaking as well. And we're going to be talking about the push into your successful journey, which is hard, which is difficult. But even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, it's worth it. Again, when the pressure is its highest, when everything's going wrong, that is the moment when you are preparing yourself for everything to go right. Trust me, your friends and family won't support you. You'll have strangers that you have never met before have more love for you and your mission than the people you grew up with. It's normal. There's people that you care about that won't care about your mission. There's people that said, hey, you could count on me, and they won't be there for you. It's normal. It's part of the process. But as you can come through and smile and cheese through that entire process, that's when you're preparing yourself. That's when the bridge is strong enough to carry the weight of the people. This is Rich Fontaine. I hope this message serves you well. And I hope I could see you at Power of Self Live every month at the end of the month at the Fashion Square Mall. Because this is more of preparing you. You know, Les says faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. And the more you can hear, hey John, hey Colleen, the more you can hear, and hear and inspire your heart, the more you'll be able to get through the contrast and get through the tough times, because it's hard. It's not easy. Who said it was easy? Nobody said it was easy. It's difficult. But even when it's difficult, come out with a smile. Come out with a smile. Love is love. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you tomorrow. Namaste.